Yo, what's up guys? It's SMS back with NFT and Me, and we are sponsored by the Lazyverse NFT collection. And just a quick reminder, the Lazy Villains are going to be released through Monk Labs Launchpad February 27th at 1 Solana, and it's a total collection of 2,000. The public will only be able to mint 1,000. So if you want a chance to get onto a whitelist, you may have an opportunity to win one from the giveaways through the Lazyverse Discord in the description below. So make sure you click on that. And I want to thank you guys all for the support. We crossed over 200 subscribers, and I could not thank you guys enough for that. I did take a little bit of a step away from things. I had to handle some in real life stuff. I'm currently a full-time student taking classes for information technology. I'm currently taking my programming, networking, and info security classes, as well as 2 composition classes on top of that. I got laid off back last fall, and I've been working some part-time jobs here and there, just picking up some gigs just to kind of float by. But it hit a little bit of a rough patch, and I had to liquidate like 75 to 80% of my portfolio. Fortunately, I've been making better buys since I started, and I was in the positive. I was able to be a little bit profitable throughout that, and actually I paid my light bill, my energy bill, I paid my car insurance, I paid my cell phone bill, and I just bought groceries today with profits that I made from flipping NFTs. So that gave me the idea of I want to get back into the community, and I was tired of not making videos. I got enough homework done. I did take a little bit of a step away, but I wanted to share with you guys what I'm doing and what I'm seeing and how I'm able to make a consistent profit. I'm not killing it. I'm not making, thousands of dollars, but I'm making enough to eat. I'm making enough to keep these lights on, and I'm making enough to bring you these videos. So I wanted to share that with you guys. A couple things, just like rules of thumb. Have a plan. Get into these things. Don't just be buying them randomly unless you got a lot of disposable money. I mean, shoot your brother a little soul over this way. It'll help me out, but don't be buying these things without a plan. I don't think that's smart at all. I think you should have a little bit of an idea. If you just like the art, that kind of null and voids anything else I'm about to say. If you think it's cool art, buy it by all means. It's your money and it's your NFT at that point. The other thing is, if you're looking to flip, you need to get a good entry point. You need to see where the price is at. You need to see what kind of hype is behind it, what kind of people are involved with this project. And the ways you do that is you look at Twitter, you look at the Discords, you be part of the community, you be active, you get into these spaces, you ask questions. I mean, who cares if somebody doesn't like it or laughs at it? Ask as many questions, because it's the only way you're going to be able to find answers. And there's going to be somebody out there that wants to help. That's just the nature of this NFT space. There's always somebody else that wants to help. As much as there's somebody that wants to troll you, there's going to be somebody on the other side that's like, no, I got you. So don't be scared to do that. Don't hesitate, and don't think you owe anybody anything. So if you ever buy into a project and something happens, or you just want to get out of it, it's your project to get out of. I don't suggest undercutting and selling for a loss, and I don't suggest selling at the floor, not taking in consideration the fee that goes into selling these or trading these projects. So just keep that kind of stuff in mind. Also, another thing is, everybody's wanting to buy any project that stakes or has a token. What's the use and value of the token? Find that out, because there's some projects where it literally said, all right, so you take 2 of the main NFTs, and to breed them, you need to have like 300 or 400 of these tokens, which are close to $1 a piece. So it's basically $300 to $400 plus one of your NFTs. So to breed to get the baby, which was going to give you a lesser staking, you would lose one, so you only have one of the original ones. You lose the 300 to 400 tokens that you just collected, and now you have a baby that collects less tokens. That doesn't make any sense. So you gotta look into these projects, because I'll be honest, I was into one of those 8 projects. I'm not gonna tell you specifically which one, but they had some kind of token available. So I started getting into that, thinking that I was collecting these tokens and that I would be able to redeem them for passive income. That wasn't the case at all. I just got tokens, and I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with them, because I had to sell these things for a loss, because they lost over 50% of their floor price. And honestly, I think once 8 projects start going down, that's pretty much it for them. There's a couple projects that will take off, and you'll see them go up and down, but I don't think you're gonna get a lot of them over here that are gonna be like the Stoned Apes. They kind of set the standard, and everybody's trying to copy that. It's pretty evident. We got lucky with the board Solana apes, or whatever the hell those ones are called, the other copy paste project. I almost bought into that one because I figured that's what was going to happen. But there's going to be so many other opportunities out there. Don't get hung up on that kind of stuff. Don't get hung up on missing a project. Just know that there will always be more opportunity. Sometimes you have to sell to get out of a project because there will be more opportunity. And I mean, that's just the way it is. So let's get into it. I probably rambled on too much from now, but basically get a plan, know why you're buying a project, and let's get into it. Let's see what we got. All right, guys, so I pulled up Magic Eden here, and like I said, first thing you want to start off with is having a set amount that you're going to want to use to try to flip or try to invest into this. Now, what we're targeting is projects that are going to be quick movers, something that you're going to want to get in and out, or you're not going to want to be holding on to it for longer than a week, really, like you're just trying to flip. That even could be kind of risky, because if it doesn't go the way you want, you're stuck in it longer, and then you're stuck with liquidity, and you may have to exit for a loss if you need that liquidity. So keep that in mind. But the first thing I would do, I go to collections, I go to new, I go to see what's up here at the top, and see if this is anything that catches my eye, see if there's anything that I like that I think might be worth getting into. You go here, I look at the floor price, average price, take a look at this, 0.68, and scroll down just a little bit. How quick would it be to get to 1? Looks like it's not too bad, but all of these look almost the exact same. Like, if you just look quickly, it's all kind of mushed together. Not the most aesthetically appealing project, but they only have 200 of them, 47 listed. I don't think that the activity is going to be crazy, and it's not. Yeah, this is a big no. I would move on from that. Now let's look at these guys. All right, this one's at 1 Solana, and average price is 1.2. Let's take a look at these guys. It looks like they got some activity. Yeah, so these guys are selling, and they're moving up in price. So if you're able to get anything, so at this point, what I would start to do is look for anything under 1 Solana. By going to recently listed. But before I start looking at this for any buys, I would go straight to their website, open up a new tab, pull up their Twitter account here so I can take a look at that. All right, so they have 6,189 followers on here. See the engagements. This is 2 hours ago, 17 likes, 2 retweets, 1 comment, 2372. So you start looking at those kinds of numbers to make sure that 8 hours ago, 85 people liked it, 11 retweeted, 8 comments. So that's not terrible. Then we have this here. Take a look at the roadmap. Tighten it. Community, DAO, good vibes, fun, purposely simple, overpromise, utility. So they don't have anything promised except for they're going to be trying to work on building stuff and whatever. So I don't think that there's much to offer with this project. It's not something I would want to hold long term. Selling out in seconds doesn't mean anything at this point, because bots mint things out like crazy. All right, so now that we see that the floor is there, we're going to be looking to buy in at 1 and sell for 1.2 or higher. Let's take a look at what the fee is, so we can keep that into consideration. So it looks like you got close to, we'll just say 10% fee. So you buy, let's go back to the floor. Recently listed, and these are kind of cool. I like these ones where they have like a solid background. Like this one's good because it has a good contrast. That one's dope too. So you go to low to high. You got 1 Solana floor, and we're looking to buy something that we could sell right around here or higher. So you can see that these ones are really dope, and the chances of this guy going for the same price as something like this isn't the greatest, but there's always hope. So we'll take a look at the activity. It's not crazy activity, it's not high volume, but there is some. But I just don't think that there's a lot of drive into this. This has already been out on the market for a little bit. You can see that the volumes hit 749. You can see that there's a collection of 999 and 330. Basically a third of them are listed. So I like it to be a little bit lower into the 20 or lower percent. 20 to 10% seems like a good little range where you're able to get the most profits there. But those are the things that I start to look at when I want to try to flip a project. And I mean, nothing's caught my eye. Nothing seems too promising so far. But I would just keep going through all these projects, even something weird like this. 0.35, 0.34, 76 out of 333. Very little volume. I just move straight on from there. I don't look anywhere past that. If all those check out, then I start to look at the other things. I start to look at the Twitter. I start to look at the Discord. I start to look at the other, things that you could see that might be beneficial for a project to sell. Like these guys ain't doing anything. You're just going to be losing money or holding on to it. You might get 0.5 minus the fee. So what do you have? 0.1. So those are the kinds of projects, like I just showed you, the dragons. You get them from a mint for super cheap. Maybe that's worth it. But you get something like this and you stuck at 0.05. I mean, I don't know anything that these projects do. So quick flips, don't worry about what the utility is behind them unless it's something that you think you might want to hold long term, like Devious Dragons. They just have that catchy appeal to them. That guy kind of looks cool, but let's see. Doesn't look like there's a lot out there. Just off of this, K-Labs I think would be an interesting project. I really think that, there's a lot of competition with having NFT tools and floor price tools and all of that kind of secondary things. But I think if you do your own work, you don't need to buy these. You could flip this, maybe buy this at 0.85, try to sell it for 1 Solana. I think that's justifiable right here. I think this, that could work throughout this week. But you got to keep into consideration how the market's going and how everything else is going. All of the stuff that happened with, that other marketplace with that other coin could, trickle down over here and affect people in a negative way. You got to keep that in consideration as well. But those are the things I look at when I'm looking into flips, and it's pretty simple. Floor price, average price, volume, engagements. Check out Soul Sniper for, just to make it a little bit easy for you. What's been moving in the last hour, 10 minutes. They have their own, NFT called a She Guardian. This is the one that I do consider buying into. Unless a better one comes out, they're at a price of 3 Solana. I did see these at 2.2. I did pass it up. There was like 4 of them listed at the time, but I did let that slip through my hands like I always do. But yeah, these are pretty cool. I think, even if these didn't have the utility that they have, I think these would do well. Like that's dope. Some of these kind of look like my tattoos. But that's how I use the tools and use what I have to my advantage to try to make the best of these flips. And I hope you guys took something out of it, and I hope you guys make some money. I literally used this same, let me see if I can find that project I was telling you guys about. Let's see, there it is. So wow, I bought, it was 31. So if we can find it in here, I'll show you exactly which one and the history on it. 35, 43. No, it's not listed. You guys still got it hanging up in there. Go back here. I doubt it's on there. 4 days ago. Okay. Oh, here it is. So, bought this at 0.9, sold it for 1.9 within 7 minutes. And that was that Cajun, whatever that thing was, Caju Cyborgs, which apparently is flagged. So it works, guys. Just do your own research with these projects, look into them, use the tools, Soul Sniper, Soul Radar, help you to, with your research on them. Particles, 250, activity, 10 minutes. So if you can catch this at 2.22, you might be able to make a nice flip on that. So like I said, go to items, keep watching the recently listed, and scanning that, you might be able to see something. But read this, see what it does, see the listed amount. That's pretty awesome. This is gonna be a tough buy, but if you do get into it, you're probably gonna be able to profit off of that. All right, fam, that's a wrap. Thanks for watching the video. I appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already. And if you guys want to stay up to date with all the projects I do reviews on and all of the alpha that comes out of the channel, you guys are going to want to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell, as it is time-sensitive information. For instance, I'm going to be dropping a review in the next 24 hours on a project that has less than 100 listed of a total supply of 999, and they pay a passive income of $5 a day. So you aren't going to want to miss out, and you're going to want to find out how. The best way I could suggest you guys do that is to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for all of your support. It's been amazing so far, and I can't wait to see where we go. Take care of yourselves.